It is officially over for Jim Jones and the Let's Rap About It podcast after 50 Cent announces that he is now the owner of the studio. Oh, champ. 50 Cent just posted pictures with the landlord, with his arm around the landlord and all that, talking about they in business together. It looks like 50 Cent done bought Jim Jones out of that lease, champ. Oh, champ. Is 50 gonna have Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder do the pod at the Let's Rap About It studio, or the former Let's Rap About It podcast studio? And what's next for Let's Rap About It? Listen, gang, it's getting bad. I need y'all to hit the like button and hit the hype button, cause we about to get deep.
Sipping slow, yakking the act, thinking I'm a man.
Oh, champ. Run up these likes. Make sure you hit the hype button, because it helps the channel in a major way. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that 50 Cent is now the owner of the studio that Jim Jones just got evicted out of yesterday, champs. And this is absolutely insane. This is the craziest L that I think that I've seen a rapper take in a long time. I mean, being a rapper, you a baller, right? Especially now in today's climate of rap, you gotta be a baller. Your name is Jim Jones and you made the song Ballin', and you can't afford the rent, and you're nearly 50 years old. You will be 50 this year, and a nigga named 50 Cent takes the studio away because you're not paying the rent. Kinda wild, but here you see Fifth with his arm wrapped around the landlord that kicked Jimmy out. This is the same landlord that left 50 Cent a voice note saying that Jimmy owed $200,000 in back rent, champ. Yeah, it's looking crazy. So Fifth says, Sam is my partner. I own the joint. Now you're gonna fix every door you kick, or I'm gonna kick your ass, Jimmy. By Monday, you're destroying my property. Oh, champ, that's crazy. The property might get destroyed. Oh, champ, that means that the Let's Rap About It podcast may be no more unless they move into a new location very soon, champ. Because this is looking bad. This is looking nasty. And of course, there is some more footage of Jimmy causing ruckus in the building. Look at this. More footage. Oh, champ. Oh, champ. Oh, champ. Oh, man. Yeah, it's bad, gang. It's bad. It's beyond bad. It's getting bad. Yeah, champ. Yeah, you're not on that property no more, champ. Property ain't yours. You hear the bangs? Man, oh man. Yeah, no more pods. No more pods. Oh man, you gonna break them 49-year-old legs, champ. You gotta chill. So yeah, that's another piece of footage. Like I said before, in the very beginning of this video, I said, look, it would be crazy if Tony Yayo and Murder Pawn happens here. That would be the ultimate W on the unit's behalf. Cause I mean, look, what more can I say? There's more footage. Look. Oh, champ. Jesus Christ. Oh, other angles. This is like another angle of the footage we already seen on another camera. It's getting bad. Oh, shit. I know his legs hurt today, doing all that banging shit. Yo, Fifth is a beast, bro. Like, I told y'all to leave Fifth alone, man. I said it. Like, look, Fifth always gonna win in the end. What can Jimmy do about this? What is he gonna do about this? Nothing, Jim. I mean, absolutely nothing's gonna happen to revive from this. He can't come back from this. Mano can't do nothing. Fab can't do nothing. Dave East, for damn sure, can't do nothing. I don't even think Dave East want a problem with Fifth, to be honest with you, if we being real. I think he wants pure peace and bliss. When it comes to Fifth, champ, I ain't gonna lie, but boy, this is just bad, man. Fifth is a demon. I gotta chill, man. Y'all playing with a real gangster here, champ. Yeah, real gangster. I ain't gonna. And the argument that's gonna be made for this is that, hey, all I see is Fifth putting down another black man. All I see is Fifth putting down another black man. Fifth is just putting down another black man because he's a jigger of booze and all that. You know what I'm saying? A nuke in reverse. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're gonna say. They're gonna say all that stuff. But is he wrong? I mean, they fired first, champ. He was minding his business. I mean, they came for Yayo, talking slick about Yayo and Uncle Murder, who was a part of the unit currently, and Fifth decided to take action, champ. Now, he might have been taking this action all along because Jim only had ample amount of time in order to, stop this eviction from happening. He only had an ample amount of time, so I guess it was already set in stone for Fifth to do this anyway. Whether or not, they talk crazy about Yayo and Uncle Murder and the Ja Rule situation on the plane or not, this was gonna happen regardless, I think. But it's just very divine timing that it happened right after they talked about it, right? Because now, yeah, you tried to get the laugh on the unit, but the unit ultimately won in the end. And now Fifth is the owner of the building. All champ. This is insane. So Fifth wasn't lying when he said he was gonna own the building. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't made up. He was serious. He knew he was gonna take control of the building. Now he's partnered up with the landlord who was talking crazy about Jim owing that $200K in back rent. This has to be the most humiliating, or one of the most humiliating moments in hip-hop history, bro. Because why couldn't Jimmy pay the rent? Jimmy must not be having it like he say he does, shit. Yeah, you try to come at people. Yeah, you flaunt cash sometimes. Yeah, you're a senior or teen-year. What is that? A teen-year citizen? Yeah, you one of those. Yeah, you were old YN and all that, but champ, you're struggling like a YN too, champ. Yeah, you got a YN mindset, cause why in God's name would you be nearly 50 and you can't afford to pay this off, bro? And you're supposed to be a legend in rap, a success in rap. You're creating these businesses. You got this studio, but you can't afford the studio? What part of the game is that? And what role does other people like Fab, Mano, and Davies having, putting in for this studio, champ? This whole IFC thing is, I guess, yours or what have you, but did you think that you were gonna be able to stick around without paying the rent, champ? I mean, basically the landlord turned the heat off and the lights off in order for them to get it together, champ. And I guess that wasn't enough, so now you just locked out, champ. And if you kick them doors down, well, ultimately you would be committing a crime, right? And there might be consequences for that, or you're gonna get sued. You know what I'm saying? If you damage the property and what have you. Fifth would definitely take action as far as that's concerned, because now he the owner of the building. Now it's his property. He's talking about damaging property. Like, bro, if you damage the podcast equipment in that place, you are a complete demon. You hear me? Fifth, a demon, champ. Why? Why must you do such things to these feeble individuals, huh? These weak individuals, champ, who don't have a pot to piss in or a leg to stand on. Especially Jim, his leg ain't standable right now. It hurts from all of the joint pain from those kicks. Yeah, those kicks on those hard frame doors will hurt his leg. He doesn't have a leg to stand on, champ. Yeah, he's hurt. He's too old. Like, Jimmy's too old to be doing these things. His teen-year citizenship has been revoked. You know why? Because his legs hurt, champ. You don't have those young legs like you once did, champ. See that? You're gonna hurt. See, you're hurting yourself, champ. That's pain right there. Oh, champ, look at him, champ. Old man Jimothy, shivering Jimothy. Yeah, it's hurting. I know he got ice on his calf muscles and all that today, knees and thighs, all that. He's taking an ice bath right now somewhere. All right. It's looking bad. I ain't gonna hold you. This is getting very ugly. What can happen to help this situation? Who's gonna help Jim now? Is the Let's Rap About It podcast gonna continue? What's gonna happen next? All I can say is y'all gotta stop beefing with people that y'all clearly can't handle, gang. Beefing with Fifth is playing on nightmare difficulty when it comes to rap beef. I ain't gonna lie. Beefing with Fifth is playing a rap beef on nightmare difficulty. We just gotta be real about the situation, gang. Alright, this is getting ugly, man. What's next for these guys, man? I think the Let's Rap About It podcast is officially finito, done, completely over with. This has to be the official nail in the coffin, but I think there's more. I think 50 really wants to unalive these guys. I think he wants to delete them on a new level, champ. Yeah, I think he wants to ghost them differently. I ain't gonna lie. And I think Fifth will do that too. I'm not gonna hold you. I think Fifth will do that. You gotta remember who we playing with, champ. There's absolutely no mercy. Feel me? You see him with the landlord, man. It's over, man. Business is business, man. Listen, ain't nothing more that someone like that landlord would love more than to have good business and more money. You dig? Yeah, he's petty, man. Listen, he probably putting the landlord on to new opportunity. You feel me? That he ain't never had before. Even though he's probably, 10 times out of 10, he's already rich, but he ain't 50 Cent rich. At least I don't think he is. I don't know. He could be. You never know. You don't know how many properties this man owns, but boy, oh boy, it's getting bad. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, gang. What can happen next? Gang, I need y'all to let me know how y'all feel about all this madness in the comment section. What could happen next? What's next for the Let's Rap About It podcast, and what does Fifth have up his sleeve? Listen, I need y'all to hit the like button, hit the hype button. Alright, helps the channel in a major way. Leave a comment below. And one more thing before we get to that, subscribe to the man if you're brand new. Subscribe if you're brand new. Hit the notification bell. Alright, get all the updates. But one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. Are you ready, gang? It's the mayor. The one and only New York Mayor F. Mom Donnie. And you're rocking with the Tam favorite Showface. Knows it's Big Gotham. And you already know it's the Tam versus everybody at all times. I'm up out of here, y'all. Salute.